Hey everyone, I'm Ultimate456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 71 of Let's Platinum Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Alright, it is now time to kneel before the Divine Heir, and just quickly, I saved my file onto a separate USB, so make sure you do that before you do this. Here we go. That's weird, I must have forgotten to do something. What the hell did I forget to do? Okay, it's not that big of a deal, but I must have forgotten to do something. Okay, because there should be 3 options. Let's give the Divine Dragon's Tears. I forget to get the Frozen Tears. That's what I forgot. Damn. That really sucks.
おそばにおります。竜の涙。
生涯の忍びを虫たちをお願いできますか。
Just quickly, I waited for a plane to go by before starting this episode, and here's another one. Unbelievable. Alright, well, oh, the ending's still continuing, so I'll let it play out.
これはやはりあなたが持っていてください。また新しい忍びが力を求める時が来るでしょう。
Alright, cool. So the cycle continues. Immortal Severance. So I'm pretty sure that's the main ending. You get the Divine Dragon's Tears, you give it to Kuro. Sekiro kills him, severs the Immortal Severance, and becomes the Sculptor, who I guess will eventually become the Flames of Hatred, and then it continues and continues. Something like that. Anyway, let's skip this. So, yeah, look, in terms of the endings, I did forget one thing, but that's okay. Okay, it says start playthrough 2 now. If you choose not to start playthrough 2 now, you may do so by accessing the large sculptor's idol in the dilapidated temple at any time. So I don't want to start it. That's fine. Okay, so what did I'm really curious now as to what I actually missed, because, well, I can't remember what the last step is, but it's something to do with the divine child, not Kuro, the other one. So obviously I've missed that somehow. I'll just quickly have a read of this to figure it out, if it would ever stop loading so I could actually see. Oh, that's right. I never went back to her after she ate the fruits. That's what it was. So that's the reason why. Alright, so I'm just going to quickly peek in here. Yeah. And I highly doubt that I would be able to do that now. Although, you know what? It's not completely out of the question, because if I can actually do this now... Let me see. If I can do this now, I won't be able to... Let's see. I won't be able to actually do the ending this time, but it will make it a lot easier next time. Very odd. Yeah, okay, so that was a mistake on my part, but that's okay. Ooh, let's see.
巫女の忍びそこにいらっしゃるの
Alright,
です
so she's gone blind.
お主目が
やはりいらしてくださったのですね。巫女の忍びよ、私はゆりかごとなれたようです。手を取っていただけますか。
ああこれは
ひんやりと氷室のようでございましょう。だからほら、私の涙もこぼれ落ちる間に凍てついてしまう。この氷涙をお授けしましょう。
Okay, so we get the frozen tears, and I'm just realizing that this probably won't matter anyway, because I think this will be taken from me when I start playthrough 2. But anyway, frozen tears. Tears that were shed by the divine child of rejuvenation once she becomes the cradle. They are but frozen drops. By having Kuro drink both the dragon's tears, or the dragon tears and frozen tears, the cradling ritual can be performed. Cold dragon tears are just that.
氷涙かもしや
はい、おそらくは冷たい竜の涙が指すのは竜の涙とともにこの氷涙を飲んでいただくことかと。さすればきっと九郎様にゆりかごに宿っていただくことが叶うでしょう。
Okay.
巫女の忍びよ、竜の涙を手に入れられたのですね。
ああ
これが竜の涙。お渡しした氷涙とともに九郎様に飲んでいただければ我がゆりかごへ宿っていただくことが叶いましょう。
Okay. Let's leave it at that, I think. Alright, so yeah, I screwed up. I should have done that first. But to be honest with you, even if you do the same thing, which I don't think you will be able to because I'm going to leave a note, but even if you were to do the same thing, this is actually not the worst thing in the world. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to go take the save file from my USB and put it back onto the system storage, and then we're going to get another ending, the other ending that we can get. After that, we'll continue from that point because I actually saved after doing the fight. I can't actually get this ending that requires the frozen tears. If I had saved before, then I could have done it. But yeah. Anyway, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and let's go ahead and kneel before the divine heir for the second time. And let's give the dragon's tears and the ever blossom. Don't worry about the frozen tears for now.
おそばにおります。竜の涙を。最後の節を成敗いたす。人として生きてくだされ。
Alright, that was ending number 2. So we gave him the Dragon's Tears and the Everblossom, and then for some reason we killed ourselves so that we could break the cycle. I don't know how the endings work. But regardless, there it is. And we get a little epilogue for this one as well.
行かれるのですね。はい。私も人として懸命に生き、そして死のうと思います。我が忍びがそうしてくれたように。エマ殿にもお世話になりました。
Alright, and Kuro begins his journey after that ending. Purification. Awesome. And another credits roll. Okay, so here's the thing. I did this off screen, but I'm going to show you anyway. I think we're in the clear. I think we can actually do all 3 endings, even though I missed the Frozen Tears. And the reason is because even at that point of the game, the last possible moment before you have to press that last button to kneel before Kuro, you are able to still travel throughout the rest of the game. So I quickly ran out. I traveled to the Inner Sanctum, and I was able to talk to the female Divine Heir, or Divine Child, I should say. And I was able to get the Frozen Tears. So I'm going to reset the game one final time, and then I'll meet you back there at that ending sequence. I'll quickly grab the Frozen Tears, and then we'll do that final ending for this episode. So I'll be right back. Okay, we're back one final time here before the Divine Heir, but instead, because I made a mistake, let's quickly run out here. And now we are able to move freely about the world, which is fantastic. This is probably one of the first games that's ever been this idiot proof. Yeah, so essentially what happened was I just forgot to go back to the Divine Child of Rejuvenating Waters, or Rejuvenation, and I forgot to grab the Frozen Tears. But luckily you saw that earlier in the episode, so I'm just going to go here, talk to her, I'll just spam through the text, we'll get the Frozen Tears, we'll come back, we'll kneel before the Divine Heir, and we'll get that ending, and we'll be done for this episode. And we will have knocked out 3 of the possible 4 endings, which is pretty good. Alright, so we talked to her already. She says, is it you? Blah, 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 blah. Got the Frozen Tears. That's it. And we don't even need to talk. Well, I mean, we don't need to, but I guess I'll quickly do it. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, if you talk to her there, it just basically says exactly the same thing. Alright, let's go travel. Ashina Castle, near Secret Passage. It's awesome, man. Thank goodness. I mean, I've played so many hours of this now. It's insane, and I did everything I possibly could to make sure that I covered everything. I did everything correctly. I didn't make any mistakes and all that. And inevitably, mistakes are going to happen. So, I think for how well I did in terms of my play throughout the whole thing, except for a few problem areas just before, Divine Dragon and stuff like that. I think largely it went really well. So yeah, sometimes it's going to happen. And also, this is not the only thing I concentrate on. I have other stuff to think about as well. So, but I think overall it worked out pretty well. All right, so now I can kneel before him. And there it is. Give dragons tears and dragon tears and frozen tears. Give dragons tears and Everblossom. Give dragon tears and frozen tears. Okay. Here we go.
おそばにおります。
I didn't even realize the sun is rising at this moment, like in the
竜
game.
の涙
Like Genichiro was talking about the long night. He became the cradle, so Sekiro is literally cradling
我が
him.
巫女
You can see a pagoda in the distance. Alright, the last little epilogue. Here we go.
九郎殿、今はどうか安らかに私の心にとどまってください。さようなら、みんな。私は行かねばなりません。我らの因果を断ち切るために。とても長い旅になります。それでも共に来てくださるのですか？
はい。
ありがとう、竜の忍びよ。九郎殿も喜んでおります。参りましょう。西に神なる竜の故郷に。
She looks pregnant in that little moment, but she's like a kid, so it feels weird to say that. Alright, Dragon's Homecoming. I love that image as well. It like reflects what we just saw. So I guess that's quote unquote the best ending, because the Everblossom Sekiro dies, the regular Immortal Severance Kuro dies, and in this one Kuro is like absorbed into the Divine Child or something like that. So I don't know. I don't really get it. But regardless of that, we were able to do all three endings, thank goodness, even though I kind of screwed up that Frozen Tears a little bit by forgetting it. But luckily we got it done. So let me just see. So 18, yeah, okay, we're almost done. Probably not going to let all the credits go by. I'm just going to kind of just talk about what I think about the game. There's still like an ending to go, so we're still going to be playing it. But I just want to kind of give a brief rundown of like what I think, because I don't think I'm going to get another opportunity to do so. Overall, the game is just real quality. It's really fun. I'm surprised that they were able to make something as fun as Bloodborne was, if not even more fun. To be honest, I mean, I've been playing it for the past, I don't even know how long I've done. What is this? Episode 71, I think. Yeah, I think this is episode 71. So I've done like so many episodes. 71 and at one a day is more than 2 months, and I was playing it before I started it, so I've probably been playing it for like 3.5 to 4 months, and it's really fun. So it takes a little getting used to. Definitely when I played it the first time I was quite overwhelmed, but I didn't give up, and I kept coming back and kept trying it, and it paid off eventually. I think it it turned out really well. I think my play was pretty solid all the way through, except for towards the end where I got a little bit screwed up. But yeah, overall I think it's really fun. The story is a lot easier to follow. I think if I played it long enough, I could really start to see those little intricacies that you don't see on your first playthroughs. So yeah, I really enjoyed it thoroughly overall, and I hope you guys have too. It's not over yet, and I'm gonna do I'm gonna try and go for the rest of what's left as quickly as possible. Still gonna take some time. There will be some farming, all that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna do it as quickly as I possibly can, so we can finally move on to another game. But for right now, I think I'll leave it there. And I want to thank you all very much for watching episode 71 of Let's Platinum Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. My name is Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.